Dr. Stone is one of my favorite series, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. Throughout a lot of the discussion, many people make it a point that Dr. Stone's pacing gets too fast as it approaches the end of the series. Personally, although I love all of Dr. Stone, some of my favorite parts are still in Season 1, as the technological development is much more close and descriptive, and the slowly built up progress is extremely awe-inspiring to witness. However, as the series progresses, the development time for some of the most important inventions in human history gets shown much faster and with much less closeness as the beginning of the series. Despite this, I'm going to argue for its existence and theming that connect powerfully with humanity's historical development. First, we need to look at an example from the series. Throughout the communications arc, we see a long, grueling process of developing a phone from scratch. Although it might be more accurate to call it a radio rather than a phone. Each process is descriptively shown. The hundreds of manganese batteries, the meters and meters of gold wire, and the hairline precision of crafting the vacuum tube with Iron Age tools. Each of these processes more challenging than the rest. Now let's contrast this with the construction of the car and subsequent tank. This may not be fair because the development of the phone is much more complicated, but I'd say this is a proper comparison to the detail put into each step. The car is constructed almost immediately, a far cry from the construction of the phone. Not even just the car, but several other inventions developed post-Season 1. One may question, why is the development of similarly complicated technologies portrayed in such a different light? To answer that, let's take a little lesson on human history. For starters, the first anatomically modern humans evolved around 300,000 years ago. And from that time period all the way up until 10,000 years ago were we solely hunter-gatherers. Now, 10,000 years ago was the start of the Neolithic era, the New Stone Age, in which humanity first learned to settle down and live a sedentary lifestyle growing crops to persist, which allowed our population to explode in these fertile soil river valleys, while also permitting the specialization of jobs, which would be impossible in a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Nearly 5,000 years after that, humanity learned to use metal in their tools. And in 2000 BCE, the Bronze Age began. I hope you're getting an understanding of this because the scale of this timeline is massive. Now, from 2000 BCE to around 1000 years later, humanity began using iron tools. As in contrast to bronze, it's much more readily available. The tin used to alloy bronze was much rarer. To summarize the point I'm trying to make here, the landmarks of these important technological developments are thousands of years apart in human history. However, would you believe me if I said that from the development of the airplane, it only took 63 years for us to land on the moon? Even more so, from the development of the ENIAC, one of the first electronic computers, to 2024, where we have computers in our pockets, millions of times more powerful. All of this to say is that as humanity progresses, our technologies and ability to create those technologies gets exponentially faster throughout history. It's honestly just such a powerful portrayal of humanity's ingenuity. Senku says it himself perfectly.
人類が石の時代から近代文明まで200万年。そこを一気に駆け上がる。世界を取り戻してやる。
This is in reference to the evolution of the first humans, as in the genus Homo, as opposed to Homo sapiens. But it still sounds powerfully as an admiration of humanity's development. Inventions drive the existence of other inventions. We wouldn't have the cell phone if it weren't for the existence of transistors. And we wouldn't have the transistor if it weren't for the earliest form of the bit, representing Boolean algebra that makes computers possible. The vacuum tube. There's nothing as awe-inspiring for the intelligent part of the human mind as our combined effort towards both our curiosity and the fight to improve the lives of the ones we love. I hope I've given you even a bit of understanding towards what I believe is a smart but flawed approach to Dr. Stone's pacing. Also, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to go subscribe. I'm not really a fan of the YouTube system, but I like my videos to reach as many people as possible. So if you don't mind subscribing, liking, and commenting on the video, it would be very appreciated. I'm hoping to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I thank everyone who's helped me make it this far. Look for more quality videos in the future. I hope.